If he does give a damn.
We was just having an interesting conversation, and we thought, why not let the world hear it?
Right.
Instead of just keeping it between us, because it was too good not to let the world hear.
So me
Hey,
and
do you remember what we were even talking about?
We was talking about baseball.
No, we were talking about Ferris wheels.
Yeah. So
and I told you the Ferris wheel was named after my wife. Did I tell you that? Her family, the Ferrises. So she was a Ferris before I married her.
Yeah.
And her great uncle's grandpa invented the Ferris wheel. Back in 1876, I think. But it was just small. It didn't go up real high.
Anyway, since we're talking about anything and everything, and this is a podcast where we just speak our mind, I was telling my cohort over here, I was telling him that the one time I rode a Ferris wheel, I got so sick and threw up, and my nose started bleeding, and I promised that I would never get on a Ferris wheel again as long as I live, because I had bad memories when I was a child. My grandpa, when I was about 5 years old, used to hang me up by my feet and hold me up, and then my nose would always bleed because the blood would rush to my head, and I've just never been a big fan of going upside down or even riding things that even look like a Ferris wheel. And one time I rode a Ferris wheel, and that's what happened. I got off puking and my nose bleeding. So the Ferris wheel story didn't exactly go as I'd planned for it to, and I said I'll never ride another Ferris wheel, and I haven't.
Your exact words were, "I will never ride anything that goes upside down again."
That's the truth. I don't want to be upside down. Period.
I've honestly, Paul, I've been on a lot of Ferris wheels in my life. A lot of piers have them. You go to like Gulf Shores, Daytona Beach, places like that. They got this Ferris wheel, and he puts you up real high over the ocean. But never once has it took me upside down. I think you might have been riding the wrong thing.
Well, they called it a Ferris wheel, and I remember it goes way up to the top, and then it comes way down this hill, and then way up to the top, and down the hill, and I was literally panicking the whole way.
Right.
And that's back when I had them geeky-looking glasses, and I about lost my glasses, too.
You wasn't scared, was you?
Well, yeah, I was scared to death. I rode it with Jeff Crowley.
Jeff Crowley.
Yeah, me and him rode the Ferris wheel, and I was scared to death. He'll attest for that I was scared to death. But rode a roller coaster one time too, and this one that I rode, it didn't take you way up in the sky and everything. But it was just kind of one that jumped. It
like
was
a rock and roller coaster.
It was kind of like a rock and roller coaster, and it literally jumped. It was one of them they had at Dollywood or Opryland, one of the two, and it literally jumped, and they had some water, and it was an indoor roller coaster. I think it was called the.
You don't remember what it was called?
I don't remember what it was called, but it literally jumped though, and I said I'm never riding another roller coaster. And y'all bear with me.
Don't mention no names.
I remember when
Not even Jeff Crowley.
Yeah, but that wasn't bad. That was just me riding ride, but just a friend deal. But anyway, I was in school, and we went to Opryland one time, and the prettiest girl in our class, the girl that I wanted to date my whole elementary career.
Bush?
No.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
But she told me, said, I'll give you a chance if you get on this roller coaster with me, and it was called the Old Mill Scream or something, and it went straight up a hill. It went straight up a hill, and then it went down the other side, and then just dropped right down into the water. And I looked at it from a distance, and I was like, I don't know about that.
So you didn't want to ride it anymore?
So, I looked at it from a distance, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle something and go straight up and then come straight down.
And you chicken out.
I did.
So no Ferris wheels because they go upside down, and nothing that goes straight up and down.
Right. So I prefer most of the time.
What did you say it was? The Old Mill Scream?
The Old Mill Scream or something.
Was that the water ride?
Yeah, that was the water roller coaster or water thing that went up the hill and then come back down into the water.
Yeah.
You ever ride that?
All the time. All the time. I loved it.
So it wasn't really as bad as I'm letting
the ride The ride up was the worst part.
Going down was the fun part.
Hear them chains clinking. Clink, 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 all the way to the top.
I did ride the log ride, and the first so many times I rode the log ride, it wasn't really all that bad. And then the last time I got on it, it looked like it was going 100 mile an hour, and of course it started going around, and I started getting woozy, and I was like, I'm done with the log ride.
I was always afraid my log was going to tip over because they're round.
Yeah.
So that thing rolled over on its top.
Yeah.
Well, what else was your favorite? What was your favorite ride off your land?
The Grizzly River Rampage was my total. Well, I guess that's Dollywood though.
Well, that was a.
Well, my favorite amusement ride. We'll just put it that way. I liked the Grizzly River Rampage because we went and rode them little rafts through the waterways.
Let me ask you this: did you ever drive the 10 Lazies? Because that's right up your alley, Paul.
Or they like bumper cars.
No, they're just old cars. They call them 10 Lazies.
No, I can't say I ever rode one. But I did go ride some bumper cars at some place.
Yeah, did you drive good?
Well, I bumped into stuff, but I guess that's what you're supposed to do, ain't it? Just bump into stuff and crash them up.
Right, not in a regular car, but in a bumper car, yeah.
A lot of people probably don't really know this, but when I was a kid, I used to have some go-karts, and we'd ride them down the road. And the funnest part about it was running into each other and running them off the road where you could win the race. And we always had them races, and they had kind of faster cars than I did. So the only way I could win was just bump them, do the old bump draft to knock them off the road. So that's what I could win.
You got the Intimidator.
Yeah, I mean, I had to do what I had to do to win. I mean, I couldn't pass them because they had more speed, so I just had to run them off the road.
You couldn't get in behind them and draft?
No, the go-karts just kind of don't work that way, really.
They don't.
And I went to a go-kart track and was going to get in one, and was too big to get in it and drive, so that didn't work.
Was you going to race all the 8-9-year-olds?
Well, I mean, there was adults on this track.
Oh, but you was too big still.
I was too big, and Daddy barely got one of them suckers. About 33. At the time, maybe about 300. Yeah, at the time, probably about 300 pounds.
Where was you at? Did they know you didn't have a driving license? Is that why you couldn't drive?
No, I didn't make the weight limit.
No.
But
that old go-kart barely go. Would be putting along.
But when I was a kid, I did have a go-kart. A lot of y'all probably don't know that. And I also had a bicycle, and some of them old bike races we used to have. Me and my cousins over at the house got pretty competitive.
Yeah.
We would literally run up the hill because I watched some kind of show on Game Show Network. No, it wasn't Game Show Network. I don't even know what the network was.
When you was a kid,
might have been Nickelodeon or something. But they used to have a show on there, and they would ride these 4-wheelers and these obstacle courses with bicycles and 4-wheelers and all kind of stuff. And I got this idea after I'd watched this show that I want to ride up the hill and call it Hairpin Alley. And then they had another obstacle in there they called the Blue Lagoon, and you
ain't talking about slime, are you?
Was that one had the obstacle course?
I don't know.
Well, there was one show that had an obstacle course, and one of them was called the Blue Lagoon, and all kind of stuff.
I had a pair. I really didn't watch Nickelodeon, Paul.
Well, I mean, there was some.
I mean, we had that option.
But there was.
I remember the green slime and stuff.
There was an obstacle course on the show I was thinking of, and they did all kind of different obstacles and whatnot. But we had some.
Well, you probably would have been really good on that show, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean,
what were the prizes you'd win if you'd done?
I don't know, maybe a trophy or something if you won the bike races or the 4-wheeler races or some of these races. And I actually had a cousin named Kelly Carter. Since he's my cousin, I'll name him.
All right, don't talk bad about him.
But he literally was a dirt bike racer when he was younger, and he would go to Georgia and Alabama and all these other states and ride dirt bikes. And I think he got second place in one time, second or third place in 1,000 or two. So you talk about dirt track racers. That's very competitive, and people really put a lot of effort and pride into jumping them bikes and doing these races.
Yeah, would you ever jump a motorcycle?
I've never been on a motorcycle by myself, so I'd have to learn how to ride it before I'd even be on one.
Well, Paul, one other question. We was talking about this earlier. We was gonna have a little bit of mud wrestling for a charity event.
Yeah, somebody come up with the idea that we ought to have a charity wrestling match.
If we can get Cherry to participate.
Now, we're not going to hurt each other. We're just going to get in there.
You afraid Jerry's going to hurt you?
We're just going to get in there and just wrestle a little bit. And whoever first one to put the other one out of the mud circle, the mud ring, whatever, is the loser. So he said, you put the guy out of the mud ring or circle or whatever, and you win the match. But
I tell you what, I will volunteer my yard for this. I'll re-sow it after.
And somebody said $5 a ticket. Somebody said $5 a ticket, and it goes to charity and everything.
What charity we giving to?
I mean, we could
give kids.
He ain't got none. We just give it to some charity, and if there's going to be a bunch of people show up and watch, then
I
that
didn't
means
say Jerry's kids. I said Jerry's kids.
Who's Jerry?
You ever put a quarter in a gumball machine? That quarter probably went to Jerry's kids.
But anyway, if there's going to be a bunch of people show up, then that means we don't want no bloodshed, or we don't want nobody getting killed.
I believe you're chicking it out.
Or we just don't want no violence. Well, we don't want it to get too violent, even though it could.
Well, what if we changed from mud to like KY jelly and have like a KY jelly match?
I have the funniest place I ever had a wrestling match one time. I had one in Baby Oil, and I had to run and jump.
Be similar.
And after it was over, I had to get in the pool and wash all that baby oil off, because it was we had it up Trey Tibble's house one time, and I think me and the late great Matthew Bantries had a baby oil match.
Well, who won?
I did, because I tapped him out.
You tapped him out.
Yeah, I mean he slid in the
baby. Did you have any patented moves or what?
Well, yeah, I did the Rowdy Piper sleeper. Going to sleep.
Put him to sleep.
Well, yeah, because I had to be in the perfect position to get that sleeper on somebody, and I tell you what happened. He slid, and when he slid into the perfect position for my sleeper.
Got lucky.
And then once the sleeper's on, game over. Just the end.
You ever been in any good boxing matches or anything?
I did have a boxing match one time back in the day.
Well, did you win?
Was basically a draw. We did the sock 'em boppers.
You're old.
We sock 'em bopped.
0-1.
We sock 'em bopped. So yeah, it ended up in a draw. We went about 4 or 5 rounds.
Well, that's pretty good to go that distance. I probably wouldn't last 2 rounds.
Of course, the sock 'em boppers, they're not as physical as regular gloves, and but you talk about fun though. You sock 'em bop, and that's a lot of fun.
Did you pad your gloves, a little extra weight in there, or what?
No, I mean we had the regular gloves, but we packed a few good punches. It got a little physical.
Who was you boxing?
Brandon Payne.
And
we got in there when we were kids and did a sock and bopper match, and we got some pretty good licks in, but they ain't neither one of us really knocked the other out. We was just goofing around more.
Well, that's good.
I mean, there ain't no reason to go to jail or do anything that's going to affect or
no concussions
or affect somebody or break somebody in half or kill somebody.
I'm sure all them licks to the head as a kid ain't affected you at all, has it?
Well, I mean that'd be the bad part. If we got in there in a mud wrestling match and threw a bunch of punches, then that'd screw me up worse than I already am.
Well, I mean, if you keep it between the belt line and the chin.
Yeah, I mean, no punches in the nose or the face or anything. It can do a lot of damage. And the referees in the Ultimate Fighting says no rabbit punches and no low blows and nothing below the belt.
Yeah.
I mean, even in karate tournaments, you can't hit no in the face.
Unless you're Cobra Kai, they sweep the leg.
Maybe that's what we could do, like a karate tournament in the mud.
You know that movie
in the mud.
The Karate Kid just made me mad. You know it?
Yeah, I mean, because Daniel got babied and he was actually the bully.
He was the bully. I've told you this before. Ain't I?
Yeah, he was the bully.
He was the bully. He took that water hose. That guy was trying to roll him up a cigarette.
Yeah.
Right in the bathroom, just go smoking a cigarette.
And
he takes the water hose and dumps it on him.
And then on top of that,
and
then on top of that, he tries to run and like he's the good, like he's the innocent one.
Right, he's a big chicken, wasn't he?
And then they said
he always hid behind Miyagi.
Yeah, then they
what
said.
A pansy.
I watched that scene last night, the Halloween scene where they're going to whoop his butt, and he said he's going to have to pay. The enemy deserves no mercy.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What was it? Halloween? A shower curtain?
Yeah, and they were like skeleton men.
Yeah. When they get you with them skeleton suits for Halloween?
And put me in one of them for like the in the huddle version of Halloween.
Yeah.
In one of them little Doje Quan or whatever they call themselves. One of them little skeleton masks.
Cobra Kai Dojo.
Yeah, one of the Cobra Kai suits, the Halloween skeleton mask, like a whole suit covered like a skeleton.
Yeah. You look mean, big fat skeleton.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen no big fat skeleton. Have you?
No, but I think that's an idea.
Yeah.
Does that mean if I'm gonna dress like that, you're gonna be Daniel and be the shower curtain?
I guess. I mean, can I squirt you with water?
Well, I mean, can I go shirtless? That way, if you squirt me with water, then
No, you'll have on that suit.
Oh, well then, yeah, you probably can if I
It'll
got
dry
that
fast.
suit on. If I got
It'll
that
dry
suit
fast.
on, it ain't my regular clothes, and
Yeah, it'll dry
I'd take the water.
It'll dry fast.
But only if you're the shower curtain, though. Can you give me the water? Not a regular hose pipe. It's got to be that shower curtain.
Well, Paul, you hit up a couple cookouts this weekend. How'd that go?
Well, I was up at your.
How much you eat?
I'll tell you exactly because I counted them and I told my dad exactly what I eat, and he said, "Is that all?" I said, I saved a little bit for the second one. He said, it didn't sound like you saved any. I said, well, I still had room in my belly because I eat. All right, so here's what Paul ate at the 2 cookouts. 2 hamburgers, 4 hot dogs, 2 Dr. Peppers, and then I went over to the Anthony.
You had no tater chips or nothing like that?
No. But then I didn't have no ice cream or no cake because I saved some for the Hopkins family reunion.
For the second cookout.
So then we go to the Hopkins. I'm just gonna be straight up and just tell you. Well, no, I ain't gonna tell you the last part because that might get me in trouble.
All right, go ahead.
But went down to the Hopkins family reunion invitation that I got, and he grilled up some pork chops and some ribs. I ate 1 pork chop and 1 rib, and then I had some tater wedges. Then I had some tater wedges, and then I had some mac and cheese, and then I topped it off with a couple of Michelob Ultras.
Michelob Ultra.
And we sat there and watched the All-Star race won by Kyle Larson, and then we watched about 4 or 5 episodes of the Family Feud, and then I kind of got a little intoxicated, and he said it's about time. He says, about time I take you home while you can still walk. And I said, yeah, that's probably a good idea because I remember one night when I was like 22.
It's been a long time ago.
At 22 one time, and I have no idea what was in it, but I thought I was going to go to a karaoke bar and just sing a few songs and everything was going to go smooth. But that ain't hardly how it turned out because
never works out the way you want.
Because I did sing the few songs, and then next thing I know, some people at the bar had literally ordered this big old punch bowl. It's a big old punch bowl full of red punch. And I'm sure it was liquored up in some alcohol or something. What they would have put in it, I don't know. But I drank about 5 big old glasses of this red punch stuff, and then I thought I was okay because I was still able to see. And then I get up and I start walking. Then all of a sudden, walking toward the front door, I get really dizzy, and then I'm a little stumbly, and I'm thinking to myself, I hope the cops ain't around the front door, because if they're around the front door, I'm going to jail. But luckily they were not even nowhere near the front door, and
doing their job,
and they were in there doing the bouncer work or whatever they do, and they didn't notice that I was stumbly walking out the front door. I guess I had some good blockers blocking for me, and looking out for me because I'll be honest with y'all, I probably should have been in jail about 4 times already because I was a mischievous kid growing up. Yeah, I got into a lot of drink fest.
What did you do besides drink? I mean, drinking ain't really a crime unless you're driving and you ain't got a license. So.
Yeah, but if you public drunkenness though can get you too.
Well. That's one of them they only get you most time if you're acting like a jackass.
Well, I wasn't acting at all. I was trying to take a nap one night, and they shined the light in my eyes and asked me if I was drunk, and I said, yeah, I've had just quite a few. I've had quite a few.
As long as you ain't causing no trouble most of the time, the cops pretty lenient with you.
He was. He let me go home after asking me a few questions. They
try to get the ones that's causing trouble, you know.
Yeah, and
I mean, if I was a cop, that's why I'd be.
And I was laid up in the seat snoozing. but
what, did you meet any hot chicks at this karaoke bar?
Yeah, they were some of them that coached me into drinking this red punch, alcoholic
that's
stuff. That's
why you was drinking. They was talking you into it.
Yeah, they said you're a good looking studly man. How about you drink some of this? How about you drink some of this red punch juice stuff that's got the and it probably had vodka or tequila or who knows what was in it. All I know is it was juiced up. But,
it was probably just Hawaiian punch.
No, I think it had some stuff in it.
You was probably on a sugar high.
But
drinking 5 big cups of it.
Yeah,
that's probably all it was.
I mean,
because with diabetes, you know, when you drink 5 big cups of sugar, you're gonna get a little dizzy.
Yeah, and You asked what else I did that was bad. Well, I did a few Xannies back in the day,
Yeah, that's terrible.
and some of them Lauras
Them's terrible
make you
too.
felt good, and Everclear about killed me one night. I said I'll never take that jet fuel clear no more, because that's basically what it is, jet fuel, and it will burn you up.
Will it?
But I
never had any.
Yeah, I practically played a pool tournament in Cookville one time at what was that bar called? Cookville Billiards.
Hog barn?
Cookville Billiards.
No.
Cisco's. That's what it was called. I was in,
it was Cisco's.
I was in Cisco's one
Then
night.
it changed to the Q.
And this stuff was burning me so bad. I was playing pool on my knees. And I literally went through the whole tournament practically playing pool on my knees and got third place from my knees.
That's pretty good. Good.
And they said,
I must not have been there.
They said, how come you're on your knees? I said, because the beer and alcohol that I had earlier is burning me up.
Yeah.
and I said, it's all I can do to even be on my knees. But I managed to beat up some people that didn't have a clue how to play pool.
Yeah, it always helps you run across them people.
But Sandy's, Laura's, did some of those.
You were just belligerent. You probably should have went to jail for that. Now.
Yeah, I should. I dodged the jailhouse about 4 times. So
Well, that's good.
I better not press my luck just anymore, because
Right,
I've done
probably do no more
because
of
the
that.
next time I do something bad, they'll make up for the other 4 times
Right,
and
you'll
get me the long distance sentence.
Yeah. Well, you take chances. You eventually gonna get caught.
Yeah, I mean that's a good lesson, kids. Don't take too many chances, because eventually you get caught.
You gonna get caught.
I mean, I've had about 4 strikes, and normally you
Ain't
only
him
get
out
3.
yet. You got to walk.
Normally you only get 3, but it was more like less strikes turned to balls for me, because the umpire forgot that it was a strike
Yeah.
and walked me. But I don't want to get that 5th one, or I will get
Well, you ever had any wild
bad
women
trouble.
Paul, like just come out and offer you money for sex or something? I mean,
One time, and I'm not going to name the name. One
I
time.
heard this story.
One time. Well, you ask it, and I'll tell you. One time, I was online one time, and a girl that's around here, around Smith County, but I ain't gonna name no names. She comes up to me and says,
We gotta talk after the show.
She comes up to me and says, "Will you take $800 to do it?"
What?
And I told her, I said, "No, not gonna take no $800 to do it."
You'll clean trash up and everything else for $20, but
Well, I couldn't do it. I mean, I just couldn't do it. I didn't have no passion and no attraction, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't accept $800 to do it with this particular woman.
I tell you what, Paul, I mean, $800 is a lot of money.
Yeah, but this was bad. This was like the girl I couldn't take $1 million to do.
Oh my God!
I couldn't. I just couldn't take
$1
$1
million.
million. I couldn't take $1 million with this girl.
Well, you gotta tell me your name. I'm gonna give her a call and I'll do it for $1 million.
No.
I'd take $1 million. probably take.
But I do hope she finds love, though. I hope she finds love and lives happily ever after.
You might be the one.
It's just not with me.
You never know. You never tried.
People's literally told me I should go on a date with this person, and I'm like, I don't think I can pull it off. I don't think I can pull it off.
Yeah, you can.
This is like the girl that I probably couldn't pull it off with.
Are you serious?
Yep.
I don't believe you.
But I just couldn't. But I do hope.
How many do you go to church? Is this somebody you go to church with? No, I mean you don't have to answer that. I'm just saying, like, have you known this girl all your life? Or
Yeah.
Just, oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just couldn't ruin her reputation. Couldn't ruin my reputation.
So you was saving her reputation.
Yeah, because if she literally
That's like you tell the girl-
if the word got out that she was with me, it would just ruin her for life.
Well, that's just kind of like telling the girl, "Hey, I need a condom. I got to use a condom because just for your protection, because you don't know what I got either, right?"
Well, that's a good way of putting it. I don't want to ruin your reputation.
Right. So you was saving her dignity.
Yeah, because if the word got out, then she would have been ruined for life.
You think?
Yeah, because if somebody if somebody finds out that and sees you with Paul Martin, literally, it's going to ruin you for life.
Trust me, Paul. My reputation has been ruined because of you.
It has.
We've been staying together a lot.
It has. That's the reason I'm
go
surprised you kept me
anywhere.
around as long as you have.
Well, I mean, I can't go anywhere without somebody asking about Paul Martin.
That's because I earn reputation, so Anthony better be careful keeping me around, because then people will say this man has literally no dignity at all.
Right.
Because he keeps that old red-headed part around.
Oh, Paul.
Oh, no.
Booty call right in the middle of the show.
Who is this? Anthony's sending something says, what is this?
What? I mean, that look on your face with your jaw dropped there. What is this? Is that her? My gosh, Paul. Paul, I don't know how you turn that down. That looked like a cute little girl there.
Anthony, you must be watching this live, and I cannot believe you. Yeah, I cannot believe it. I just can't believe it. I can't.
Well, Paul,
That's exactly the person. That's exactly the person that I couldn't take 800.
oh my God, you serious?
I couldn't.
That's a sweet girl, Paul. How dare you?
I couldn't take 800.
You would definitely lower her reputation. I mean,
I would.
I know you would.
Anthony, I would lower this girl's reputation, and she would never be the same.
Right.
And well, I'm not going to say the rest of the
Come
sentence.
on, Paul. What does she drive?
She does.
See, there you go.
But driving ain't everything.
She can drive you to the movies.
I don't go to the movies.
You could with her, though. See? You don't go to the movies because you ain't got a ride. You'd go a lot more often if you could get a ride. Go to dinner. Go eat somewhere in Lebanon real fancy.
Well, I mean, I hadn't had sex in like...
and $800, she'd probably pay for it.
I hadn't had sex in like nearly 12 years.
We don't need to hear that, but...
Well, it's just... it's a good thing, though, when you ain't done it in nearly 12 years. It means you're staying pretty clean.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, here we go again. Did you send this man a message to...
I ain't seen him nothing. I don't even know who you're talking to.
He said the big Paul Boski.
Hey, you get to take her bowling.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just... Kids, time for a commercial. Say no to sex. Be abstinent.
Are you on the sex strike? What's her name? What's it out in Hollywood?
I must be on a sex strike because I ain't did it in 11 years.
She's got. What do you think? Alyssa Milano. She went on sex strike to prevent abortion, not to stand for abortion.
Well, see, she just wants to be like me. Is all it is.
You wouldn't be on strike if you had the choice, though, right?
No, I wouldn't. But I mean, it would have to be the right girl, and it'd have to be the right girl. I mean. If it ain't the right girl, I don't think it's.
Well, I mean, when you're hungry,
it's doable.
When you're hungry, Paul, you eat out of a trash can. That's the way it is.
Most of the time when I'm hungry, I eat a bologna sandwich.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Of course, if I didn't have a bologna sandwich and I didn't have no food in the house, then I'd have to probably roam.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's been 11 years since you ate, Paul. It's been 11 years since you've ate.
So you think I shouldn't be picky?
I 100% think you ought not be picky.
Yeah, but what if people think wrong of me?
They won't think wrong of you. They'll be proud of you.
They would think wrong of me. That'd be the talk of the town.
Would it?
Yeah. Paul Martin breaks 11-year streak. This has to be special. If I'm gonna break an 11-year streak, whoever the girl is that's willing to do this, it has to be special, and it has to be like marriage.
I would say
marriage
after
special.
11 years, any girl would be special.
Only if they marry me and have a kid. Because even though your dad and everybody said the world can't stand another you, I disagree. I mean, if I had me, then I could name him Paul.
Paul, yeah.
I mean, we done got Mason, so maybe we can have Paul Martin.
Yeah.
Nah, that don't sound right. Maybe we'll call him William Paul after my
Paul
daddy.
Edward? Yeah,
Maybe we'll call him William Paul after my daddy.
How about William Paul Edward?
William Paul Edward Martin.
William Edward Paul.
William Edward Paul Martin.
Edward William Paul.
Something.
Yeah.
But, I mean, let's see, what can we talk about here?
Well, you've been doing great so far because I really didn't even know nothing about that.
What other things you got? Like any other questions? Like you don't know that you'd like to know? Just for our viewers, what don't you know about that? Because you know a lot about me, but what don't you know that you would like to know if I've ever did? Or
well, Lord, I don't know, Paul. Man, I'm afraid to ask too many questions.
Well, just ask something.
I tell you what, I'm gonna let you just talk into the microphone. I'm gonna go check the mail.
All right, so
you just keep talking and tell the world what everybody needs to hear.
All right, so
don't click any buttons.
All right, so what the bottom line is, I used to play football. You know, you guys, I used to play football, and one time I literally went to a football game, and they actually stopped at Ryan's, and they didn't know that a kid like me could eat so much because I was only 160 pounds, and I tell you what I eat 5 big old plates full of chicken and probably about 3 bowls full of ice cream, and let's just say, needless to say, that's the last time we got to go. We got an invite to go to Ryan's because they said Paul ruined it for everybody. He said he eat too much, but that ain't even nothing compared to when I went to the fish fry in Baxter. I went to fish fry in Baxter. They told me never to come back again because I eat about 14 pieces of fish, and I left out there practically crawling because I'd eat so much fish. But yeah, I like fish. But I'm gonna do something funny for you guys. I'm gonna do my impression of Carl Childers, the Sling Blade guy. Hey Carl, how about you give us the impression of what's wrong with that lawnmower? It ain't got no gas in it. Hey Carl, what you like good? Hey Carl, what do you want out of this Frosty cream? What do you want to eat? What you like good to eat out there? The French fries are pretty good. French fried taters? Yeah, French fries. How much you want for 60 cents for small, 75 cents for large. I reckon I'll have me some of the big ones. How about an Eeyore impersonation? Y'all want to hear Eeyore, the depressed donkey? Thanks for noticing me. The whole world sucks. I'm just a little old donkey. I'm just gonna cry 'cause the whole world's looking at me. Oh, thanks for Saturday night in my house. And then there was the one that I got. There was one I did at my sister that everybody died laughing, and Mama kept tagging it on. She said, "Ask April if she wants to get an ice cream cone." And I said, "Mama wants to know, April. Mama wants to know if you want to go get an ice cream cone. You want to go get an ice cream cone, Ma, April? April, you want to go get an ice cream cone? Mama wants to know." And she said, "If you do that donkey voice one more time, I'm going to smack the heck out of you." And then I said, "All right." But I love to do that. I love to do that Eeyore the donkey. And then there was Mrs. Doubtfire. Mrs. Doubtfire, I used to love that movie as a kid. And she used to do something like, there was the Pooh scene where he said, "What can I say? The guy's a loser." And then she goes, "Woo! Some angry member of the kitchen staff. Did you not tip them? Ooh! I'll get them, sir. It was a run by Fruity. Ooh! Mine too. You Fanatical Doubtfire, dear? Ooh! You wicked man. I'll get them, sir. Loser. Ha 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 ha." You know, but yeah, I used to like doing impersonations, and then, you know, our baseball team the other day, we went out there and we played a good ball game, and we lost the ball game 4-1, but had a good season. Went 29-5. I really like the direction that Coach Harrell's taking her team in. He's doing a really good job. And I heard, now don't hold me to this, but he told me last year at a ball game, he said, there's going to be a Butcher Holler Part 2. That's just what I heard. Now, I'm sure it'll be a good deal. So y'all come on out to Butcher Holler Part 2 around Halloween, and I think you'll have a really good time. Anyhow, it's about football season, and I think our football team's going to be pretty good. We got Matthew Albritton at quarterback. He's a good little studly kid, and we got a sophomore in Trayson Davis, another good looking kid. Everybody's. I think we're going to have a good football team. Just going to have to put in the work and just keep on keeping on.
How'd I know when I got back you'd be talking about football? Because it's the only thing you know.
Yeah, but I got a few jokes in while he's gone.
Did you? You don't know nothing about women, nothing about driving, and you love NASCAR and women. I don't get that.
Right. But while you was gone, I took the time to do some impersonations for the fans.
Did you?
I did Eeyore, and I did Carl Childers, and then I did Mrs. Doubtfire.
What about Forrest Gump?
I didn't do that, but I can. Hey, my name's Forrest Gump.
You sound more like Benjamin Buford Blue.
Who Benjamin Buford Blue? Who Benjamin Buford
Bubba.
Blue?
Remember Bubba?
Okay.
I was born with big gums, son.
My name's Forrest Gump. What's
Paul,
your name?
Have you talked about all you want to talk about?
I mean, you could give me some more topics, and I'm sure I could give a speech. I can always give a speech on about anything.
Can you?
Yeah, give me a speech topic.
Lipton iced tea.
Lipton iced tea. I tell you what, it's the greatest. It'll quench your thirst. It's so good that on a hot sunny day like today, if you want something to drink, just open it up and get you some Lipton iced tea.
Is that all you got?
And we're sponsored by Skittles. If you need a Skittle,
Bumblebee tuna.
Don't know it, but I'm sure it's so good the cats will eat it.
It is.
But anyway, taste the rainbow Skittles, bite-sized candy.
Yeah.
I used to love Skittles as a kid. That's the reason I talk about them all the time. I think in one of them chat rooms, I even talked to a girl back in the day called Skittles. Yeah.
You go in them chat rooms a lot and meet hot chicks. And what happened to the one from New York you was talking to up near Buffalo?
Oh, I talk to her every once in a while, but I keep my girls close.
Do you?
And my enemies even closer.
Yeah.
But I did the Run by Fruity earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Speech. Yeah, I gave a lot of speeches back in the sociology class.
Did you? Who's your sociology teacher?
Mr. Clemens.
So he just let you talk.
Yeah, he gave me a speech and just let me go up in front of the class and just rattle off and speak about as long as I wanted. And he said, "The floor is yours. You just talk till you can't talk no more."
Yeah.
Best teacher I ever had. Then Butch Agee told me to be quiet. He said, "I'll pass you if you just lay down and go sleep and just sleep."
That would have probably been my strategy.
Yeah, he said you don't. He said most kids. He said they got to do the work, but you're so loud and rowdy. If you go to sleep, I'll pass you. Just go to sleep and don't worry about it.
Yeah. You passed, I suppose.
I did. I'm trying to think here. I had a story. I did. I remember in first grade. I was always this shy. I'm gonna tell y'all this story because I just feel like it.
All right, go ahead.
In first grade, I was always this shy kid and everything, and couldn't talk. Still can't talk to women very well. I'm still bashful, and women back in the day, they used to make quite sport of me. But I was a little runt kid, geeky, freckles, geeky with freckles, little runt kid, had a rat tail. But I was real shy, and the teacher, she told me, she said, "I want you to be Rudolph in the Rudolph play." I'm like, "Miss Driver, there's no way. I'm a shy kid." She said, "Don't you use that shy term on me. That ain't gonna work." She said, "You're gonna be Rudolph, and that's final." And I said, "But Miss Driver, I'm not well in front of audiences. She said, well, you're going to learn. So she puts me out there, and I go through it, and I do it and everything. She's like, I'm like, how'd I do? You did a fantastic job. And that's where my play-by-play career began, because Miss Driver told me, she said, you're never too small, you're never too little, you can do anything anybody else can do. So I mean, Miss Driver just planted the seed. So that's where I guess I have to partly give her credit for In the Huddle, because she got me up in front of a crowd at like 6 years old, and made me believe that there wasn't no sky I couldn't cross. She made me believe I could just climb up to the sky and just do anything I want to do. So Pat Warren, if you need a broadcast partner, I might be available.
I don't think you're cut out for the radio, Paul.
Why? I don't look good enough?
Well, your live stories, we've already had to rewind this once and start over.
Well,
you can't do that on 104.1.
No, but you can do broadcast, and you can talk the football, and I love to do broadcast and talk football. So, I mean, I'll let him tell the stories, and then I might throw one in every once in a while.
Yeah. But
mostly I'd leave the stories to Pat, and then I just talk the football.
You just all about football talk.
Yeah, I love it. But she was partly credited for In the Huddle, and then my cohort over here, he kind of had a little bit of the idea too, and we just kind of threw it together spur of the moment one day, and it's become, I guess, a hit because everybody says they watch it and they listen to it and they laugh, and I guess that's really what I was put on this earth to do, to make people laugh.
You make me laugh a bunch, Paul.
But I guess that's my purpose. I guess I've been looking everywhere. My purpose was right in front of me, to make people laugh.
Yeah.
And I guess be a good guy for something. Even though one person told me you're good. I just don't know for what.
Right. We don't know what you're good for yet. We're still trying to figure this out. Me and several of your buddies, Paul.
They trying to figure out what I'm good at, so they can drink me and to make a living at something.
Right, we try. We've been trying to.
So if any of y'all can figure out what I'm good at and what I can make a good living at and a good honest living at, shoot me a PM on Facebook or give it to me at 489-0567.
We've all determined there's only one job for you, Paul.
What would that be?
And this is everybody I've ever talked to.
What's the one?
They know the one job you can do and outshine anybody.
Coach football.
It's nothing to do with football. Every person I've talked to, whether they know you or not, like personally, and have ever been around you, they know you're damn good at one thing.
Typing. Yep.
You're the fastest typing machine on the planet.
But you have to have a degree these days to get a typing job.
Get one.
That would take forever.
No, it wouldn't.
And then I got to go sit in some Doyle classes with a bunch of Doyle teachers.
You can do it online nowadays.
I don't even have to leave my house.
Right. Data entry would be your damn strong point.
Probably, because they give me something to type, and I can just go right down through there, 2-finger typing.
I've got an idea. We're going to start this right now. Paul Martin, if any high school kid out there, college kid, needs their paper typed, if you got a speech you need typed, Paul Martin will do it for $12.50 per page. Right?
But I can't promise you that your exclamation that my punctuation be down. But y'all can do the punctuation on it on paper or however you do it. I'll just type it out. I'll type it out, and then Rusty can
proofread it.
He can punctuate it or whatever.
Right. We'll make sure it looks somewhat good. We'll guarantee you a D. But me and Paul here will team up. We'll let him type them out. I'll provide all the print paper, all that stuff.
I'll type it out. He'll do the punctuating and make sure it all looks good. And
right.
And but type it out. And
Paul, I am convinced you can type. There's a thing called text to speech. You ever heard this? You see the advertisements on the Dragon software or whatever. You say it and it types it on the screen.
Yeah.
You can type faster than that thing can do it. I guarantee it.
So you think I literally could do it, do the type?
Right. You remember the Micro Machines guy? You don't remember the Micro Machines guy?
Who was he?
He talked. You don't remember them commercials when he was little? Maybe he was too little. Micro Machines, these little bitty cars. Okay. And he talked really fast. Right.
But you think I could out-type his talk?
Right.
You gonna put that on here for the fans that hadn't never seen it before, so they could see this commercial?
No. They might can hear it. We're gonna type this in here.
But anyhow, he is right. And I know he's right because he said what? Because he asked me the question, and he said, "What's the one thing?"
Genuine, original, colossally flexible, most miniature replicas of the real things. Micro machines. Dramatically detailed, stupendously styled, smaller than not this one or this one. And now with a totally terrific town. The new Micro Machine Super City Toolbox playset. Closed, it's a mild manner toolbox. Open, it's a Micro Machine USA. Cruise your mini Micro Machine vehicles, planes, and boats to the police station, the marina, the mini motorcycle repair shop, the gas station, the construction office, work, the real working drawbridge, highway, passenger ramp, and garage doors. Or take a Micro Machine flying machine in for a landing. Phew, this place has it all. The new Micro Machine Super City Toolbox playset from the Louvre. The one and only outrageous original miniatures. Remember, if it doesn't say Micro Machines, it's not the...
That might be the one person that I can't out type fast.
You can type faster than that guy. I'd almost bet on it.
You'd almost bet that he could get all that out there, and I done have about 30 sentences typed before he get all that out there out of his mouth.
The line out of Vegas says Paul Martin can type faster now.
So how long was that? 29 seconds, and you think if I knew what he was saying, I could done have it typed out before he'd get it out of his mouth? 29 seconds.
Yeah, I'd bet on it. If I lost, I'd just take my losses, but I would bet on it.
That if he told me what he said, and I had a description of what he said, I could get it typed out faster, and he can get it out of his mouth.
Right. You're a typing machine, son.
So you literally in 30 seconds have seen me put down about 15 messages in 30 seconds.
Right.
Big A will attest to it. He can't keep up with me.
There ain't nobody can keep up with you.
He get one thing out, and I've done got about 15 out, and he can't keep up.
You can type, son.
I met one person.
We just
got
to find you a job typing and just start your own business.
Well, yeah,
type some of these kids' papers up. They don't want to do it. They're willing to pay.
Yeah, you probably got a point.
Right.
But I mean, I guess they could punctuate it.
You could also be a good math tutor.
I don't know about that because there's some of that stuff that I don't have a clue. Like that stuff where they got the way they got to do it now, where they got to do about 15 different ways just come up with a simple answer.
Common Core.
Yeah, Common Core. When you could do
it ain't real common, is it?
No, it ain't too common, and I think it's dumb.
You just rattle numbers off in your head like.
54
and 42. You can add them up.
96.
Right, so you can add them up really fast.
Yeah, but I mean, the bottom line is Common Core. I think we need to take it to Congress and get it appealed because I don't see no need in all that.
It's garbage.
I mean, to have to write dang 3 pieces of paper, burn 3 pieces of paper, just do one problem. I think that's the dumbest.
I'm gonna tell you how dumb it is, Paul. If you badmouth Common Core, they will have a cop call your house, and that's no joke because I've had it happen. And they can kiss my ass because Common Core fucking sucks. How about that?
It does.
Throw that out there.
It does.
If a cop ain't got the balls to come to my house, he better not call. How about that?
It's useless. 3 pages.
That's a true story.
3 pages.
Common Core sucks.
3 pages of paper wasted just for one problem. That's not good.
It's a joke. Common Core is a joke. Our kids are dumber today than they've ever been.
It's because of Common Core, ain't
it? I guarantee it. And it ain't the teacher's fault. It ain't no teacher's fault. They have to teach what the state makes them teach.
Well, why can't we take this before Congress and have it appealed?
Miss Pascal talked the shit out of me, Paul.
And you didn't. It wasn't no Common Core, was it?
I learned that. I was competitive. See, when we played, what do you call it, bus driver? You get up there with the flashcards.
I was too. The only person could beat me is Heather Scruggs, and anybody else that didn't have a chance.
Nobody beating me.
Didn't have a chance.
There wasn't nobody beating me. I was gonna win, and I would make like D's, but when it come to adding them up fast you can, I was gonna win. There ain't no doubt. It's just being competitive.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be competitive at whatever you do.
No matter what you do.
And you got to have the heart to want to do it.
Right.
Whether it be football, pool, counting numbers, doing a banking job, coaching football, whatever it is, typing.
Yeah.
I'm competitive when I ain't got no reason to be competitive because I want to beat this man I'm typing with. If he's trying to tell me a story, I want to tell it faster.
I wanted to eat 4 hot dogs and 2 hamburgers like you the other day because I'm competitive, but I didn't.
Why'd you stop?
Because I just couldn't take it. Physically, it got me. The second hot dog, I was tore up.
I think we'd have a competitive hot dog eating contest if we didn't have to eat the bread. We just eat the hot dogs by themselves.
I don't think nobody around here can hang with you.
I don't think it could either if it's hot dogs by themselves and no bread.
What about warming up in the microwave? Would you want them cooked?
I wouldn't care if it's cooked or whatever. I just hammer them down on them. Give me a hour and eat all the hot dogs I can put down, and I'm gonna be a tough guy to beat. If it's just hot dogs alone.
About 30 minutes, there wouldn't be a hot dog left, Paul.
On my bowl, anyway.
Right, we'd have to be going. You'd be part
So
of the
folks, some of y'all graduates just graduated. If you want to take on Paul Martin in a hot dog eating contest, just hot dogs now, no bread. Give us a shout out. We might be able to do this for a charity competition.
Well, Paul, it's been a fun day. We got to talk about a lot of stuff.
Right. Our first podcast, I feel like it went smooth.
Went pretty smooth. You kept the crowd going while I went and did my thing over there and checked the mail and did all that good stuff.
Well, as I like to say on my sign-offs, bring your popcorn. It's going to be a good show.
We need to do this every day, at least every other day.
Yeah.
What do you think? Just sit around and chit-chat and talk.
We can.
We'll get into the world of, like, talking about stuff for long. We'll watch the news and actually learn what's going on in the world.
I'll let you. I don't get into news much.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We'll get your opinion on stuff.
Well, we get opinion, and then maybe we'll get some fans or send some shout-outs for questions or something that they like for us to talk about, and we'll discuss it.
Some trade with China. Know anything about trade with China?
They're the little short dudes.
Right, and they can't make shit worth a damn. It falls apart.
Right.
Right.
But anyway, that'll do it for this edition of the Gorgeous Tiger podcast.
The Rusty and Paul Show. Live with. What are we gonna name it? We ain't got a name for our podcast yet. Let's just name it Live with Rusty and Paul.
All right, go with it. Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
The end.
We'll see y'all next week. The end.